Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to continue with same lesson. Lesson number 9, air. Okay. So let's have a short revision of what we have learned in the last videos before moving further. Okay. Now we have seen some uses of air. Okay. Most important use is breathing. Okay. We cannot live without air because we use air for breathing. Okay. And if we don't breathe, we will die. Okay. So this is the most important use of air. Okay. Then we have seen experiments also. We have seen two experiments in which we have seen that air is all around us. It is present even in empty places. Okay. In another, we have seen with the help of newspaper, old newspaper, we have seen that the layer of air in the atmosphere close to the earth are pressed closer to each other while the upper layers are rare. Okay, that means the air in the upper layer of the atmosphere is very less. Okay, it is more at the close of the nearer to the earth there is more air. Okay. Then we saw what is atmosphere. A new term we learned, atmosphere. Okay. Now above the earth, whatever covering of the air is there, how much air is there, that covering of air is called as the atmosphere. We learned this in the last video? Yes? Okay. The covering of air around the earth is called the atmosphere. Students, learn this by heart. Okay? The covering of air around the earth is called the atmosphere. Okay. Now we also saw that above the earth till 50 kilometers air is present. There is air all around the earth. Okay, but more air is till 50 kilometer only. As we go further, it get reduced. Okay. Now we saw that the air at greater height is rare. We have seen that as we move far from the earth, the air get lesser and lesser. Okay. Now today we are going to see here another experiment. Okay. So let's start with the experiment. What is the aim of today's experiment? Now in today's experiment we will see that one of the constituents of air helps burning. Now air is made up of many gases. Yes, students, air is made up of many gases. There are many gases in air. Okay. So we have to prove in this experiment that one of the constituents, okay, that means one of the gas in the air helps in burning. Okay, this is our aim. This is what we have to prove today. Aim means this is what we have to prove today through this experiment. What material do we require for today's experiment? We require a deep dish like a saucer. That means in which we can put little water. It should be like a saucer. Okay, then we require a candle, we require water, and we require a glass tumbler. Okay, transparent glass, that means. Okay. What is the procedure? Now what we have to do in this experiment? We have to take slightly deep dish like a saucer. We have to take a slightly deep dish like a saucer in which we have to stand a candle. In the center we have to stand a candle. Then you have to fill the water in the dish. Okay, you have to put water in the dish. You can put some color also so that water will be visible to you. Okay, as water is transparent. Light the candle. After putting water, light the candle. And then place the glass tumbler over the candle. Place the glass tumbler over the candle. Okay. 1. You have to add color to the water. Then stir it well. Okay. Then pour water on the plate. Okay. Then place the candle in the center of the plate. Like this. And then light the candle and place the glass tumbler over the candle. What you will see, water level is coming up and candle goes off. Okay. Now what did we observe in the experiment? We observe that soon the candle goes out and the level of water inside the tumbler rises up to a certain level. Okay, as we have seen that empty things which appear to be empty, they also has air in them. Okay, so the glass tumbler means what? A straight glass, transparent glass in which you drink juice, which does not have handle. Okay, now when you place that tumbler on the candle, okay, candle was burning because it was getting oxygen from the air. As soon as you put the glass on the candle, what happens? The candle burns for some time and after some time it goes out, because whatever oxygen was present in the glass, it was used by the candle for burning. And as soon as the candle goes out, what happens? The water rises inside, because air gets finished and water starts entering, okay, the glass. That means oxygen was there in the glass. Okay, a constituent of air was present in the glass, which was used for burning by the candle. Okay. Now what is the conclusion? What did we understand? That one of the constituents of air helps burning. As it gets used up, water rises in the tumbler. When that constituent is finished, the candle goes out, the water level too stops rising. Okay. Now, as oxygen was there, that is why the candle was burning for a second or two. Okay, for a second or 2 seconds. After that, what happened? The candle goes out. Okay, stop burning. Okay, and then what happens? Water start entering the glass, because in place of air, water enters. Air was there inside. Okay, so this means that oxygen is used for burning. Okay, students. Now see here, this is the proportion of constituents of air in the atmosphere. Now the most of the part is covered by nitrogen gas. These are the different gas which are there in air. Nitrogen is the largest part, is occupy the largest part in the air. Then oxygen and then other gases. There are many gases which are mixed in air. Now oxygen is required for burning. This constituent of air that helps burning is called as oxygen. Now which is the gas which is used for burning? Oxygen, which is present in the air. Okay. For burning, what all things are required? Fuel is required, then heat is required, and oxygen is also required. All these three things are required. Okay. The oxygen in the air is used both for burning as well as respiration. For burning also it is required, and for respiration also it is required. Respiration means breathing in oxygen. Okay, breathing in oxygen, without which we cannot live. The Earth's atmosphere is made of air. Apart from oxygen, there are other gases in the atmosphere. Which could those be? Okay, now we have learned that there are many gases in the air. Okay, see, if we divide the amount of atmosphere into 5 parts, oxygen will be 1 part. Okay, and there are many other gases. Okay, in small quantities. So see, this is the constituents of air, in which nitrogen occupies 78%, oxygen 21%, and other gases occupy 1%. Okay. Now, many things which we have learned in earlier lessons also, we will revise them. Okay. Let's see what we have learned about these gases. First thing, see this. Have you ever drank a soft drink? When you open the bottle of the soft drink, you will observe these bubbles. Now, because of which gas does these bubbles come out? I have taught you this in previous lessons also. Because of carbon dioxide. The gas that fizzes out of soda water is carbon dioxide. Under pressure, this gas is mixed with the soft drink in the bottle for giving out this fizz. Okay, this bubble like thing, a sensation to the tongue for taste. Okay. So, which gas is used? Carbon dioxide is used in soda water. Okay. Next, what we have learnt about carbon dioxide is plants use carbon dioxide for making their food. They need water, air. When plants make their food, they use carbon dioxide from the air and they give out oxygen. You can see red color line is going inside and oxygen is coming out. Yes, so they give out oxygen and they take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Okay, with that they need air and water also. Third one, see, if you put cubes of ice in a glass, what you will see? The glass will become cold and droplets of water, drops of water you will be able to see on the glass. Why? What is the reason behind this? When you place ice in a glass and it becomes very cold, droplet of water settles on its outside. It means that water too is present in air in the form of gas. What happens? If you put the cubes in the glass, what happens? Whatever ice, water is there in the air, they will become drops of water and they will settle on the glass. They will get converted into liquid from gas. Okay. So, here also we have seen that variety of gases are there in the air. Okay. Water in the form of gas is present in air. That is called as water vapor. Okay. The largest part of air is made up of still another kind of gas. This gas is called as nitrogen. Which is the largest part which is occupied in the air? By which gas? Nitrogen. What is the spelling of nitrogen? Nitrogen. Nitrogen. Okay. Now one fact and then we will end up with the lesson. Now you know that the burning that takes place in factories, in vehicles, stoves, in kitchens, etc., they give out smoke, okay, which get mixed with the air. Okay. Now see, when you cook something, whatever the smoke comes out, it mixes with the gas. Okay. From factories also, the chemical releases smoke. Okay. And while you go from road, vehicles also give out smoke, and these are harmful for us. Okay. They get mixed with the air. So this much only for today's students, and here we end up with lesson number 9. Okay. Thank you so much, students. Do like, comment and share for more videos. And do not forget to subscribe my channel.